Don't stand a chance. Manchester United a brutal blow as Bill rifle ramps up. Bid for $235 million England phenom. Jude Bellingham was already a star on the rise before this year's World Cup, but the 90-year-old making quite the impression in Qatar for England. It is only ramping up his case game bright as the young midfielder future at Borussia Dortmund continues to come under question with Premier League giant Cling. Liverpool, Manchester City and Manchester United are all understood to be interested in the phenomenal young talent along with Real Madrid. United looks to have suffered a significant setback in its bid to sign Bellingham, with reports overseas claiming the Reds are old but out of the race for the senator. Speaking on Sky Sports News Tuesday morning, AEDT transfer reporter Florian Plettenberg said United don't stand a chance at this point. Borussia Dortmund are very happy with Jude Bellingham's World Cup performance so far because he's becoming even more valuable from the final point of view, Plettenberg said. Bellingham is under contract until 2025 and he has no release clause unlike Erling Haaland did. They are already planning for his summer exit 2023. Dortmund would be fine with him leaving because they are confident in getting a transfer fee between 100 million euros to the 150 million euros, or about $157 million to the $235 million. According to our sources, Liverpool, Manchester City and Real Madrid are his main option right now, with Jurgen Klopp pushing for his move to the Reds. From what we are hearing, Bellingham is the number one transfer target next summer. Manchester United, on the other hand, they seem to be out the race and don't stand a chance at this point. Bellingham, outstanding display in England through to the Euro World Cup win over Senegal, announced the 90-year-old arrival among the global elite, but now comes the big stage so far of his young career. Much well expected of this as a prominently talented central midfielder when Gerard Southgate's side faced for 7 friends in the quarterfinal in Qatar. Bellingham helped create the opening 2 goals and England swept aside Senegal in the last 16 on Sunday, and the teenager delivered a fine all-around performance that left season observers searching for superlatives. I think he is a fantastic player. He has everything with and without the ball. Presses really well, gets around the pitch, tackles, said Captain Harry Kane. With the ball, he can run, he can take players on, he can play a true ball, and as you showed today, it was really important with our goal, said the English striker. I like Jude a lot. He's a really good person, he's mature for his age and he's got great leadership skill as well, Kane added. High prices they didn't, but it's unlikely to go to his head. Bellingham is a cast a term not college and well used to defying age expectations. At 60 and 38 days old, the son of police sergeant became the youngest player to debut in the first team at his boyhood club Birmingham City, and 25 days later became the youngest player to score for the team. When he was sold to Borussia Dortmund for a reported a fee of 25 million euros, he became the most expensive 17-year-old in the history of the game and promptly became the German club's youngest scorer. He became a full England international in November 2020, but only when Rooney and Theo Walcott, having played for the country at a younger age. At this year's Euros, Bellingham became the youngest England player to have played a major tournament, and at that time, the youngest player from any country to have featured in the European Championship. I've not seen a young midfielder performed like that for years. Former Manchester United midfielder Roy Kent, now a television analyst, said after the Senegal match. Usually you see that from a World Cup player who's 26 or 27, everything he does in the game. We talk about his physicality, but it's what goes on in his brain. He's got that maturity and decision making. Kane, who is naturally hard to impress, added that the kid has everything. This World Cup is only going to increase the interest among the top teams in Europe and drive up Bellingham price. Another former United captain turned appointed, Gary Neville, was impressed by the way Bellingham has coped on the big stage without any hints of being overweight. Is the maturity and fearlessness that I can get my head around. I watched England play for England for many years, and the weight of the shirt was enormous, said Neville. He just doesn't feel it old. He looks like he belongs out there. It is a sign of the confidence England have at Bellingham that against Senegal, who was chosen to be left back to cover. The defense went to center defender as fan for a corner. Southgate, who has consistently been willing to give opportunity to young players, admitted even that he has been taken aback by the speed of Bellingham's development. I don't think we could have predicted how quickly Bellingham could mature in the last 5 months. That has gone to another level, he said. But now comes the real test. At the World Cup for Bellingham and England again the scam brought 7 France and their outstanding striker Kylian Mbappe. It is a challenge Bellingham believes he and England can rise to. We show we can score goals, we can be clinical when it matters, said the teenager. We score at really good times and we show we can keep a clean sheet again. If we want to win the next one, that will be really important. If we indeed, what is important for England will be whether the king can step up once again.